Okay, we're going to continue to talk about what we did yesterday. Yesterday, we talked about fiction books, fake books. We read them to entertain us, okay? Today, we're going to do nonfiction. So our learning target is I can identify fiction and nonfiction text. So we're going to talk about the characteristics of nonfiction text, all right? So yesterday, when we talked about fiction, the very first thing I told you was I remembered fiction by the word fake. Fiction starts with F, fake starts with F. So that just helps me remember fiction, fake, okay? So nonfiction, how I remember that is it is not fake, okay? So nonfiction, non for not, fiction for fake. So it has the N and F for nonfiction and not fake, where fiction just has fake, the F, okay? Nonfiction is not fake. The purpose of nonfiction books is to learn. Okay, they teach us things. So now I'm going to go through just like I did on the other side and do different things that nonfiction books have. So the first thing, we read nonfiction books. We read for information. Where fiction we read to enjoy, now we're reading for information. We're reading to learn in a nonfiction book. You can also, in nonfiction, read it in any order. There's not a specific order. Any order. You don't have to read it in order like you do with a fiction because there's not a beginning, a middle, and an end. In nonfiction, you can turn to any page and read to learn, okay? There's different text features in nonfiction. Those text features are a table of contents, an index, keywords, and the keywords are usually bolded or highlighted. So I'm going to write that here. Bolded, highlighted. Running out of room here. Bolded or highlighted. There's usually a glossary. Instead of drawings, there's usually photographs. There's captions, and I'm going to go through and show you guys all of these in a book. There's captions. Sometimes there's diagrams. A lot of times there's labels. Sometimes there's maps, charts, or graphs. And in a nonfiction book, a not fake book, this is all information that cannot be changed, okay? So 4 would be all information that can not be changed. Okay? So now we're going to go through a book and we're going to talk about those different features. All right? So I'm going to start with, I have this book on alligators and crocodiles. It is a non-fiction book, which means it's not fake. We're reading this book to learn stuff, okay? So we read for information. We can read in any order. Let's talk about the text features really quick. So in nonfiction books, you usually have a table of contents. Here is my table of contents. It's telling me the different things I can read about and what page they're on. Okay, that's what a table of contents is. And again, you can read these books in any order. So if I went to the table of contents and I'm like, I just want to read 7 fun facts or fun facts about crocodiles, I would just turn to page 20 and start reading. And it won't matter because it's not like what I read before has to be in a specific order. Okay, I'm just reading to learn. There is also a lot of times an index, which this one does not have an index. Keywords. So if you look through the book, keywords a lot of times are bolded and highlighted. So let's see. Down here, you can see this word. It's bolded. It's thicker font. Okay, reptile. That is a key word in this book. And then it also then back in the back has the definitions of all those key words. Okay, they don't all have this, but this one does. There are photographs. These are actual pictures of animals that were taken. They are not drawings or illustrations. Okay, they're actual photographs. There's a lot of times there can be maps or charts or graphs. There's captions. So here's a caption. It's saying a saltwater crocodile feeds in a sanctuary in Australia. Okay, so there's little captions telling us more. Let me see. There's labels. This is labeling all the parts of a alligator. Okay, so the difference between a fiction and nonfiction is fiction we read for fun, nonfiction we're reading to learn. Okay, and I have a couple more books here, but and here's my table of contents. This one's about sloths, my favorite, and this one has a bunch of captions. Okay, it has labels. It's labeling like he's crawling, he's swimming. It has, I'm just trying to get a couple of those text features. Down here it has keywords, so extinct, and it tells you what that is. Fossils, and they're in bold. Some books they're highlighted in. These ones they're just bold. Okay. Here is the index on this one. This one has an index, which tells you can find a word you're looking for, and it tells you what pages those words are on. Okay. There's just, when they're teaching us about things, you don't have to read them in order. They're actual photographs. They're not drawings. And there's all the text features, table of contents, index, glossary, photographs, captions, diagrams, labels, maps, charts, and graphs. This is all information that cannot be changed. This is information that's something that we know or that we're learning. We can't change it. Where in our fiction books, we could change it if we wanted. It's not a fact, okay? So today, your job is first in Raz Kids to choose any nonfiction, not fake, book on your level in Raz Kids. And you're going to read that book, then you're going to record yourself in Seesaw telling us why and how you knew that book was nonfiction. And you need to talk about that book and tell us the reasons it was nonfiction. Okay? Have fun.